and you tell a story about your younger sister, God bless her dead, but like, boy, I've never been laughing hysterically, then bawling, crying, and then immediately right back to laughs. I've never seen a special that made me do that before.
How many times had you told that story on stage? Because you're also...
Never.
Oh,
that's what I was wondering. Because the way he's crying, dog, that's what got me, aside from the story. But like, I was like, there's no way you've run this 50 times.
I didn't run that special, period.
Wow.
Eric.
Can I be honest? That's my favorite part.
This is Domino Effect Part 2.
Part 2.
Yeah.
Oof. So, Joe, Eric, nobody knew what I was doing. I just told them how I wanted it to look. And they was like, well, you give us something. I'm like, I got it.
Wow.
And holy shit.
We did it. We recorded it. Wow. It was no running of that. It was no... Did
you know you were going to tell that story? Or okay, so you knew going into...
I knew the years. So
had you mapped it out in your...
It was no way to skip...
That part.
Right. It's not like... I knew...
Crazy.
Because he had asked the question... Did I know I was going to put it out in that order?
Yeah.
So we did Domino Effect 1, and then people asked what was the rest of the story. So then I did 2. So we went from 10, you know what I'm saying, to 16. Then we went from 16 up. So we went in order of the years.
So I thought you had this whole thing mapped out, part 1 to part. So you did part 1.
We didn't have it. We mapped it out after the success of 1.
Yeah.
And people wanted to know the story, so we figured we would just do, after 2, I knew I was going to do 3 and 4. Mm-hmm. But it was no, like, if I tell you, and it's like with me, I don't talk about other people's craft, that's what they doing. But when I watch somebody else try to create that moment, it's like you're discrediting a very honest
thing,
moment.
Yeah.
Because I knew without running it, I knew as soon as I got to that part, I started feeling
it. Yeah.
And my older sister is in the audience.
Oh, wow.
And this is her first time ever hearing my account of what happened, because she had went back to the Navy.
Yeah.
And I don't think people understand, my little sister is like the heartbeat of me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's a different, this is like the purest happiness before my kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So she's tattooed on me twice. It's a thing when it comes to her, you know? So it was no way that I could
run it over and over. Yeah.
It was no way. It was like, man, get to it and not know how you was gonna come out of it.
That's what I was gonna ask.
That's
like,
brave.
You know you're gonna tell it. Are you able to stay in the moment with everything that's leading up to it, knowing
it's coming,
that this is coming?
Get here, and then you're gonna have to figure it out
after
you're there, because you may not be able to continue.
Yep. Wow.
So I don't know what to prepare my head to continue with.
Yep.
Because it's so, man, I think this is the most damaging thing ever in my whole life. It's like, people talk about the prison, that's whatever. But, and the reason why I'm there is because she's gone. Because this turned me into something different. I became a different dude. I would stop doing whatever I was doing to make sure I went to pick her up from school.
Right.
So me picking my daughter up from school, me picking my kids up from school is a big thing, because it's still the connection
that you have with your little sister.
My little sister.
Yeah.
So it's like a punishing thing.
Yeah.
And so I still ask her for help
Wow.
when I'm in positions, and she was only 8. And I was like, yo, man, you gonna have to walk me through this. And that's it's punishing when you lose your happiness like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So to do the set, as I'm thinking about it, I am on stage, and I'm like, damn, how and what can I actually even say
Yeah.
that's going to
Honor the moment.
turn this around? And I'm looking at my sister, right? And my sister's just
Balling.
balling in the audience.
Yeah.
And then one of my boys, street dude, he is on one. And I see him looking off. He can't even look at his wife. He's looking off because he balling and he knows the situation. Like, he was around. And it pops into my head out of nowhere. Because I was asking him, like, yo, you gonna have to help me through this, shorty. And then Pops came to my head. This dude who used to sell dope for us. During that time, the only person that could make me laugh was Pops. Because I would come to the cookhouse and he would be in his Speedos cooking drugs. And I was like, yo, man, this dude is insane. He's insane, man. And and Pops was fit. And he had on Speedos. I'm like, yo, man, what you got going on? Hey, man, don't worry about what the chef got on. I was like, yo, man, this is a crazy person.
Yeah.
So that helped me to remember that moment.
Yeah.
Why? And I was digging in my head, like, yo, what made you laugh at this time?
Yeah.
And it was only Pop.
And you thought of that during the taping?
During the taping.
Wow.
Because after the thing, that you're crying, it's like beautiful. Then afterward, you talk about the anger, which most people don't talk about. Most people don't think about when they think about loss. And I remember you said it with this fury. I was like, there's no way he's ever said this before. Because it turned me into a fucking monster. I will fucking kill you. If you say what's up to me, I'll fucking end the feeling.
What's up will get you killed.
And I was like, there's no way he said this. There's no way he's run this 100 times. It's just not possible. Yeah.
I only cried because I had regret of time that I didn't spend.
With her, yeah. Yeah.
Shit that I could have been doing, but I'm out doing other bullshit. Okay, you going to pick up from school, you spending time with her, but you could have did more that probably wouldn't have. And it's not even, it wasn't even my thought pattern at the time.
Right.
Yeah. You
But
said you
how much you love this little girl and the moments that you did. Like, I can't look at an Ashley furniture truck and not think about her.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Because I'll never forget the time we walking home and she let my hand go and started running. I'm like, what you doing?
Yeah.
She said, you gotta come on. I gotta catch this man. He got my truck. Because it said her name on the side of it. And when she dressed up like Halloween, she had on all black and she had her face painted like a cat.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, what you got going on? She's like, meow, meow.
Yeah.
And it's like all of these things. And when she passed, I would sit in her room and I would hear her in the closet playing like she normally would be doing. And I know how devastating this was for my family.
Yeah.
This like crippled my mom.
Yeah.
Because this was, and then I learned why it crippled my mom. This was the first time that my mom was in a comfortable position that she could actually raise one of her children.
Wow.
So she took care of us.
But she
raised her. And so this is me understanding why this was. My mom asked me all the time, hey, was I a good mom? You know I love you, right? And it's because this is the effects of her not completing the job. She's never got a chance to comfortably raise a
One
child.
for kids.
You know, it was, me and my sister, she had us early. My mom had me, she's 20 years old. And my sister's 2 years older than me. So she just going through life, just taking care of us.
Yeah.
But now she's she's established, and for 8 years, she's raising.
She's leaning in. She's
You know what I'm
all
saying?
in.
She's getting everything that she's going to do everything that she never got a chance to do. You know what I'm saying? So that's an angle. And then for family members never to have seen her living,
Yeah.
because she lived out of town, and they was always planning to come and never got a chance to. And the first time my grandmother is seeing her grandchild in a box.
Damn.
What is it you think about, and I'm reacting to your concern about, I'm sure there were some reactions that people were like, oh, is this put on for multiple shows or whatever? What is it about, you think, maybe it's even comedians, like our contemporaries, that, why do you think they felt the need to try to discredit that moment?
I really try not to make sense out of nonsense. I had no idea. Because maybe it was this is not something I could have did, or whatever the situation may have been.
I think you're onto something right now.
But I know the theory that somebody said something to me on the internet, in the rage that I responded with, speaking about my sister.
What'd they say?
It's some weird shit that I don't even really remember. I was so mad, like it was a fake thing or some shit. And I said, I just remember what I said. I promise you on everything that I'm gonna hunt you down, and I'm gonna break your fucking neck backwards.
Oof.
Because you speaking, bro, you're speaking on. I remember a dude, I'm beating him in basketball in prison, and he said something about, oh, don't worry about it, I'm finna do something, whatever he said, like that bitch that's tattooed on your chest.
Does he know? Is he aware at the time?
You got a pretty good idea.
But he doesn't know the story.
He doesn't know it's my sister. He don't know nothing. And I never forget this brother named Blackshaw. The look that he gave, that he knew. When I threw the basketball and hit him in the face, and this was the first time they'd ever seen me come loose, ever. And then I had to get talked to. He said, bro, people not gonna know.
Yeah.
They just talking.
Yeah.
And that dude was severely injured. And I'm like, and every time I saw him, I only felt.
Yeah, you
right,
couldn't,
I
detach it.
I
Yeah.
couldn't detach
Yep.
from situation. And I know now it's people that'll troll you
Of course.
to try to get a response out of you to make you do. And I've probably gotten it under control now, but with that particular special, the criticism of people.
Think it was manufactured.
Yeah.
I think it's I think there's a distrust a lot of times when it comes to entertainment. And it's this idea that it's like this thing that's workshopped and put on. And they're feeling these very real emotions, and they don't know how to handle those real emotions. They either have to accept that they themselves are also touched by this moment, enraged by this moment, broken by this moment, or they don't accept those feelings and they go, this isn't real. This person is not putting it on. And I think it's an inability to accept that moment is maybe punishing them as well.
And especially if you're a comic, a peer.
Oh yeah, where you're cynical.
You're also watching.
You have to belittle everything that is like beautiful or successful.
Because I'm watching that moment, and my honest reaction, I didn't discredit.
Both of them hit me up, and they're like, "Dude, I'm bawling. I'm bawling watching this thing." Now, what I would say about us specifically, I think it's like a cultural thing on the pod, which is like there is a celebration for things that are great. We try to reduce cynicism, and it's hard. But like, if there is something that is beautiful, the knee-jerk reaction shouldn't be to undercut it.
Because I was watching, like, I don't know if I could get this reaction out of an audience. I don't know if I have that level of, thank God, pain or rage or whatever. And I don't know if I'd have the balls to do that. And I'm watching thinking this must be the first time he's done it. So that is a reaction I had, but you got to try to fight against that party that wants to discredit it and be like, hey, I have a different purpose from God, whatever, on when I'm on that stage. But that moment, I do remember being like, and that's why I was like, you guys need fuck. This is fuck. I've never felt this watching anything. I've never felt this. And I don't know if I could elicit that reaction. But a lot of people, instead of just accepting that and saying I have a different purpose or I'll do it differently or whatever, will be like, yeah, but he XYZ. You see what I'm saying? That's where it comes from.
And I think the people that was there, if people listen to the audience, it's people crying.
Yeah.
What was the feeling like coming off stage? Was it cathartic for you?
When I came off, I was met by my sister. I just went into my sister's arms when it was over.
I wish they had
because
that.
It was such a the camera people. Eric was like, "Yeah, I'm glad you didn't do anything with this. Like, It was no way that we could have knowing going into this.
Yeah,
this would have been very hard. And I think it was a bigger purpose for me to do it than not. I needed some relief from it. I know how many, in the fact that I'm going through losses.
And people are going through losses.
And from the losing the girl to how unprepared we are for losing anybody.
Mm-hmm. And you say a thing early in the part 2, which is like, when people talk about this game, drug dealing or whatever, they never talk about the losses. I'm going to tell you about the losses.
I'm going to tell you about what is going on in a person's life that's going through this. It's a lot of L's in this.
But what I think is like profound about these moments, and you rarely see them as stand-up, but it's like, it's not just about your loss. There are countless people who have had losses that don't always get to process their emotions in the same way. And they're processing their losses while they're watching it. The people that know you are thinking about your sister. The people that don't know you,
thinking about their people.
And like in my last special, I have like a moment that is it's my wife and I, it was really tough for us to get pregnant. It was like very tough. And we were able to do it. And I didn't know at the moment when I'm writing the special that people struggled with this shit. I had no fucking clue. Mm-hmm. And when we were starting to go on the road, like, and there's this montage of like my wife getting to see our daughter for the first time. And like, you go see these people in the crowd. And at first I was like, oh, that's beautiful that they're reacting to my story. And then I started to realize they're reacting to their story. They're reacting to like their trials and tribulations, the joy that they have with their kid, the struggles they've had trying to get it. And it's like, I wonder if that moment, despite some fucking cynical idiot's criticism, I wonder if that moment creates this deep connection with the people that are watching that special. like deep connection where people start to process those feelings that they've probably kept bottled up for a long time. And also to see a dude, you might not call yourself tough, but like a tougher dude break down like that. Imagine what that gives you. Imagine as a consumer, imagine what that gives you, the freedom to, all right, maybe I'm allowed to process this shit and feel this shit a little bit.
You know, I didn't speak about like her funeral because my dad, right? My mom, my dad been separated for a long time. And inside the funeral, all these people in there. But when I walk out, my dad is like in the corner of the parking lot, black leather coat, and he's standing there. And he's just crying.
Yeah.
Had nothing to do with this. But he, for some reason, he wanted to be there for we talking about somebody who's not there for most shit.
Yeah.
And he just like, and I never forget looking at him.
Was it his daughter or was
no,
it?
it wasn't.
Okay.
He's totally out of the picture. He was like,
Yeah.
but he was standing there like,
Yeah.
like this shit tough, bro. And he's always been my mom is tough as rusty nails. My dad has always been the
Unflappable.
like,
Yeah.
I'm just here. I'm know what a moment is, and if you need me, I'm here. My mom is trying to keep it together, but it's like my mom's falling apart.
Mm-hmm.
And I never, until I realized why it's like this. And to this day, it pains her.
Yeah.
Like my pain is one thing, but you talk to my mom, this shit is bad. You talk to my mom.
Did she watch it, the special?
I never told her it happened. Never told her it happened. This is the one thing that I never told her that I did.
And you don't think...
My sister may have told her, and I don't even think she did. I don't even like leading her down the road, so I never even mentioned domino effect to her.
Wow.
Never even mentioned it.
I was wondering because you have people in your life. You have your older sister talking, and I was like,
my older sister spoke.
Yeah.
My boy Herb spoke. My boy Aunt spoke, and I never even mentioned it to my mom.
Wow.
It's one of the things like it's back to like if I was selling dope. I'm not.
I don't need to tell you these stories.
She would have to call me and say, "Hey, I saw the special, but I'm not bringing it up."
Because you don't want her to have to live through that pain.
I don't want her to live through nothing. Yeah. Don't you hate that?
I hate that.
I was eating something and a ketchup fell on my shirt. I was like,
The whole day.
I just felt like I wanted to burn. I was having a good moment. You know, like,
Fuck.
You gotta go home. Just go home. You get mad at the restaurant? Like, why the fuck you put all this ketchup on it?
because once you spill something on your shirt, you just look fat.
It's over.
I don't give a damn what size you are. You just like, so this is fat bastard spilling sauces on his damn self.
I try to hide it in my armpit.
Man, what a gift. You were talking about some real painful shit and then right into the funny and you're just living in the moment. That's cool to see, man.
Because when he did it, I was like,
You fell for me.
I fell for you.
He
I was like,
understands the pain. He understands the pain.
Talking about your dead sister and having empathy for his pain is crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Like, fuck your sweater.
I feel like the ketchup is there again. It's not.
It was coffee too. I was hoping it was just some of the moisture on the
I'm talking about hope. Like, this is water. It's not. Like, no, it's goddamn coffee. Like, but as a comic,